Well, he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in the year 2000. It was the first of 2 aggressive battles with cancer and one of several low points that Sir Charles Cary says happened in his life. Today, Cary uses his past challenges to inspire others through his book, Courage Facing Mortality, Cancer Wasn't My Only Obstacle. And Mr. Cary is joining us in the studio now today to tell us all about it, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Well, you seem to be very open on your website, talking about some of these experiences that you've had. Just give us a brief overview of that.
Well, the openness is simply because some of the things I experience doesn't indicate actually who I am. It's just something that I went through, and I think that in issues regarding men have to learn to be comfortable with who they are as men. Sharing your feelings or your emotions is nothing to be ashamed of. You're a human being. And to get past things and to get through things, you have to be honest with yourself, and you must be in touch with yourself.
And you have faced 2 bouts of this cancer, and
Yes.
Tell us about that.
The first bout was in 2000. I was mentoring, and the doctor saw something on the chart. He asked me, "What is that?" I don't know. So come to find out that it was cancer. So I got a second opinion, went to Johns Hopkins. They gave me a laundry list of questions. The only symptom that I was really experiencing was fatigue. So I decided I didn't want to do anything. I waited for 3 years, came back, the cancer spread. Started in my chest, it spread to my back, my bicep, my hip, all over the place. So 6 months of chemo, cancer was gone. So I thought, fast forward 8 years later, it comes back. And it comes back more aggressively. And I went through the same sort of scenario. I mean, I didn't know really what to expect. So I sort of did a self-check, and I moved forward. Got my questions answered, and they tried something they'd never tried before, because not only did the cancer come back aggressively, but it was coupled with jaundice. And they gave me a double cocktail, 2 types of chemo to address it, and thank God, thus far, I've got a clean bill of health.
Well, in addition to some of those health challenges, you also had some personal challenges, and this all kind of combined together. Tell us about that.
Right. I was a substance abuser for over 25 years, and I never thought that I would be free from that situation, and I actually was. I was able to get over it through the grace of God, and my life has been changed around. I like to say that God convicted me through the eyes of my children, because that is what motivated me to create the change. Besides the addiction, divorce. I was divorced, and that's where I talk about the emotional aspect of how men deal with traumatic and sometimes dramatic issues in their lives. And of course,
I was going to say you've put a little bit of this or all of this into your book here.
Absolutely.
Tell us about this book I'm holding right now.
Well, Courage Facing Mortality, it deals with the challenges and achievements of my life. As I look back, I'm able to identify where I went left when I should have gone right, when I kept going and maybe I should have stopped. And it was an opportunity for me to encourage and share with other people that because you get a diagnosis doesn't mean your life is over, and you have the ability to do better so that you can have more, do more, and be more.
All right, and I understand you've also become a motivational speaker, so we
Absolutely.
just want to thank you for joining us today, and to let other people know if you want more information on Cary's new book,